I decided to try hunting for 24 hours on a single map in the Hunter Call of the Wild. That's 6 hours. 6 hours in IRL, real life. 6 hours. With the new map out, I saw no other choice but to go to Askiy Ridge. With my map chosen, I picked my gear. I'll be using the Arzina 300 mag, the new La Perriere Outrider, and Virant 22LR Express. Now this should cover me for everything. With my weapons chosen, I decided on a location to travel to. Fiddler's Peak, I think, is it. Let's go to Fiddler's Peak. With weapons in hand, a direction in mind, I decided to travel one of Expansive World's most beautiful maps to date. With one goal in mind, shoot anything that moves, and see what I can find in this amazing map. Askiy Ridge. Oh, it's a muley. The mule deer, our next confirmed great one. Now, little did I know, I would not see another mule deer outside of one incident in a lookout tower until the very end of my hunt. They were not prevalent, and I'm kind of disappointed by that, but it may have just been the route I took. I have not watched enough promotional material or other hunters going into this, and I did that on purpose so I would learn about the map on my own. Is this, good lord, lady. Now, this is the first time I heard the new sounds for the black bear, and I've got to tell you, they are terrifying at night. Now, unfortunately, I did not run into that black bear, but I did run into my first avian species. Ooh. It's a dusky grouse.
The dusky grouse with rare fur types, albino, melanistic, and leucistic.
All right. So this is a female. Bronze, gray brown. So I do not know if this is good. I don't have a clue. We're going to taxi it. We're just going to, I collected some money. Now, at first, I did not know what the rare fur types were. However, I was able to find a forum on the Nexus Mod website, which did break down the rare fur types. Apparently, someone was able to get the files open and read the data to give us the exact numbers and percentages. This is another female. It's molting. Oh, it would have been a gold. God bless America. It would have been gold. But I hit 3 and it didn't work. Apparently, molting is an uncommon fur type for the dusky grouse, and I probably should have taxied it, but I didn't, and that's okay. As I kept moving forward, I heard an alert from a bighorn sheep. Now, this is the only time I actually see a bighorn. I don't know where they were on the map or why I didn't discover any more of them, but yeah, this doesn't go well. Now, this is actually the first time I used the La Perriere, and I did not know its effective range was only 150 meters. So I was actually zeroed in to 50 meters at the time, and that's more than likely the reason why that shot dropped low. Oh, I did get him. He ain't gonna die. He, in fact, did not die. Gray, brown, silver. Gorgeous. I hear you. Now, even though I knew I didn't get that bighorn sheep, I decided to follow him anyways. I also brought along with me a whole bunch of tents so I can put them down in the area. I knew gray wolves were around, and I had to be prepared. Okay, we got wolves. So I placed tents periodically around the map just in case the wolves managed to take a bite out of me and made me respawn. Now, fortunately, the wolves did not get me this time. However, I did find this Manitoban elk, and I tried to shoot him, but unfortunately, I seemed to get mostly tree. So, I kept going and did find something I could shoot.
The black bear with rare fur types, cinnamon, brown, and blonde.
What are we looking at? Yep, I got the intestines. I thought it was gonna be stomach based. She would have been a silver, and she's what are we, black. She's just a black bear. Except, as we continued on, I managed to find a little herd of resting white-tailed deer. Now, this is one of the many species on the map that have a potential for a great one. But since we're talking about whitetail,
The white-tailed deer with rare fur types albino, melanistic, and piebald.
there we go. The silver, it would have been a gold. I hit him in the spine. And of course, a really in Canada if we don't talk about the moose.
The moose with rare fur types albino, melanistic, and piebald.
All right, here we are. It's a brown female. It's a good shot in the lung. Except, with wildlife booming in the area, I was not truly surprised to find what I did next. Getting a warning call from a Manitoban elk. Oh my gosh, there he is. I saw him. There he is.
The Manitoban elk with rare fur types piebald, melanistic, leucistic, albino.
Heart shot down. Dude, look at his antlers. He's a dark. He was a silver. It wasn't a heart shot. I got him in the lower neck. So that was lucky. Dark. Yeah, let's taxi. I'm going to taxi mostly the animals I don't know. Okay. What we got? What is this drink zone? It wasn't long after that Manitoban elk before I found the drink zone of my nemesis, the gray wolf. Now in the Yukon Valley, they tore me apart quite literally and chased me to the ends of the map. And it looks like I may have some more issues with them here. I mean, that's always been in the back of my mind, but now that I've officially got a drink zone for them, I have to be careful about it. While being vigilant at the riverside, I managed to find the first of what would be many wood bison that I would hunt. But with us finding the first of many, we need to get to know them a little better.
The wood bison with rare fur types piebald, dark brown, melanistic, leucistic, and albino.
I just need to get me a bison, man. I don't ask for much, but what I do ask for is any bison/buffalo species. Oh man, here we go. First, look at her face. Inspect. Sorry, madam. You are gorgeous. We're gonna taxi this one. The new species. So we got light brown. While collecting the wood bison, my dog Pedro got a little stuck. Every time he touches water, he has to shake, and because of that shaking animation, it made him trail behind me a lot. However, we did get this moose that crossed our path, and eventually Pedro shows up to help me track it down. What we got? Oh, but look. Okay, so this wasn't a great shot. I got it in the stomach. But look. That is awesome. So it's been laying there for a little bit. It started accumulating snow. So it's on the fur. That is awesome. Fur type ginger split. Now I would later find out that ginger and ginger split are actually uncommon fur types. They're not rare, but they might be worth a taxi if you find a good one. There you are, Pedro. Thank you. Another light brown. Okay, we got a silver tan moose. Accept. It's the only male in the group that I saw. I got the intestines. I'm not too proud to admit that I got lost while looking for these wood bison, and then, of course, Pedro got stuck. But while he was coming to me, my nemesis found me.
The gray wolf, with rare fur types, red brown, egg white, dark gray, melanistic, and albino.
Okay. Ooh, baby. I got a warning call from a pronghorn. He's a gold, and he's a gray. Look at him. We're going to taxi this guy. We did get a left lung. Okay. Except their fur looks so good. Guys, look at this. This will not be the last time that I stop and take a look at the scenery that Expansive Worlds has worked so hard to put together. I highly recommend turning off the HUD and taking a look every once in a while before you get back to hunting. Okay, it's in black, silver. Ooh, barely got the intestines. I do love me some black bear. They're good money. Come on, buddy. Very sorry for your loss. Silver, light brown, first male. I do love the fur being covered with snow. That is awesome. I don't know if I have a light brown, but that's okay. Accept. Right around 5 a.m. I find this outpost, and I go ahead and collect it as a fast travel point just in case I need it in the future before I head off to find the rest of those bison that I shot a little earlier. Okay, so here's the fella. I'm pretty sure I got a good heart and or lung shot on him. He's a ginger and he's a gold! Look at that. Holy crap. He weighs 1,228 kilograms. Hey Siri, how many pounds is 1,228 kilograms? 2,707 pounds. Great googly moogly. This guy's huge. I'm gonna taxi him. Except. Now, wood bison are prevalent in the area, and they are something I shoot at a lot on this map and this 24-hour hunt. So every time I run into those, I'm just going to do sort of a montage to group them all together, not showing everything I do unless they're something special. I do get a ginger and a ginger split, but other than that, nothing rare actually pops out, no diamonds or anything. So we'll just kind of lump them all together. Now, real quick, you probably heard the ATV, and you just saw it there. But I took it because I'm trying to get to the Fiddler's Bow before the sun officially rises. Light brown gold! Except we're going to taxi that one. Okay, sorry. So sorry. Holy cow. You know, I don't gush about games graphics very often, but that is a great view. It is amazing. Now, the only thing better than this is trying to ruin said beauty by shooting something from the top. So let's see what we can look for. Ooh. And of course, the first thing I see afterwards are our bison. And I'm gonna take a shot. Now, unfortunately, there is not an outpost here that you can actually fast travel to. So, I take this moment to put a tent down and experience my first real glitch on this map. Oh, wow. Wow, he flew. I just wanted to jump up there. He flew down the mountain. Holy crap. After defying the laws of physics, I find the bison that I shot at earlier. Me with that low of health, however, does come into play a little later. Male, light brown, silver. Another light brown, silver. Wow. That female was very nice. While editing this, I do notice that it is a bit hard to track exactly where I am shooting these bison. I just need you to understand they are literally everywhere. I'm trying to go from one bison to the next, but another group of bison jump up in front of them. So I just kind of keep shooting, and I do eventually have to tell myself to stop shooting wood bison for a while and try something else. He's a gold light brown. He's a gold. Man, we are getting some good dudes. 135, 158. As we reach 7 a.m., I found this outpost that also has a lookout tower. I decided to climb up to the top just to take a look around, and this happened. Ah, I've gone deaf. They sealed it. I can't shoot out of it. I mean, that makes sense. With a snowy area like this, you don't want open glass. That would be ridiculous. But at the same time, come on. You can't give me a great vantage point and not let me shoot. Still reeling from that failed attempt at shooting a mule deer from that vantage point, I realize I haven't seen a North American beaver just yet, and they are on the map somewhere. So I decide to head towards water to see if I can find any. We got some bear. Not exactly the amphibious creature I was looking for, but it will do the trick. He's a gold. He's dusky. Very nice. Wow, she is covered though. Look at that. Exempt. As I go to pick up these bison, I hear something in the woods. Shoot, threat. I think we may be dancing. Where'd she go? No. That is not my dog. That is not my dog. Hello. Just you? Okay. He's a gold. After dealing with the wolf, I got back to collecting my 2 bison before I carried on back towards the water. She definitely went down. I shot the male. I shot him right in the pooper. Yeah, male, light brown. Shot him right in the coccyx. I gotta stop hunting wood bison unless they look rare or like a different fur type, because I quite literally will go out of my way to hunt them. I mean, granted, with these 24-hour hunts, the goal is to shoot anything I see, but at a certain point, it becomes just bison. Okay, another light brown, silver, except... I decided to put down a tent because I was starting to get the low growls of a gray wolf in the area. With my health already low, I knew what might happen. Yeah, I hear. Wow. That's why I put my tent there. I knew it was going to happen. I was already dead, half dead from falling. He's a brown. He's a gold as well. It's a mythical. Look at him. Gorgeous. With the wolf diversion out of the way, I get back to tracking the other animals. It had a nice rack as well. It would have been a gold, but I shot him twice, or too many times, thrice. I shot him thrice. It's a great looking rack though, except... As I pick up this moose, I can't help but notice I'm not really that much closer to water. But I do hear the ringneck pheasants, and I start to take a look. But my shooting at them in flight has been bad. It's real bad. Wow. I cannot hit them when they're in the air. Can't do it. I need a shotgun so bad. Okay. Well, okay, look. We got bison. Okay. I'm going to do my best not to hunt bison anymore. I've shot so many of them. Like, that's the first half of my video. It's just me shooting 100 bison. What we got? A wood duck. They're alerted, but they're going to park themselves in the water anyways. We got a male. I don't know what their diamond's going to be. I don't know what their rare fur types are. Don't worry, past AJ. I've got you, because I now know what their rare fur types are.
The wood duck with rare fur types: piebald, melanistic, leucistic, erythristic, golden, dilute, silver, and albino.
Whoa. All right. It's a dark. Man, look at his head. He's gorgeous. Let's see what he... so 670 is their diamond. We're going to taxi that one for sure. Except... Except... So, I still hadn't seen any beaver by this point, and I got bored. So, I found a herd of bison, and of course I started taking shots. And then after picking up this bison, I thought I was never going to see a North American beaver until... Ooh! Signs of beaver! Beaver activity, everybody. Beaver activity. Here it is. They do exist. As my search continued, I was beginning to grow weary. And then... I found a beaver. Holy crap, it's a little beaver herd.
The North American beaver with rare fur types: piebald, melanistic, leucistic, and albino.
Oh, you're gonna give them gator strats? Unfortunately, as it turns out, the Leperrier does not penetrate the water nearly enough to hit them while they're actually submerged. So I'm going to have to figure out a better way to fight this beast. And after more work than I care to admit, I finally figured out how to get to the couple of beavers that I actually shot. It's a bronze. It would have been a silver. Male, light brown. We're going to go ahead and taxi it, even though I messed him up, as the first one. Holy crap, it has been a journey to find this young lady. She was a silver. Light brown. Yes. Oh man, look at this model though. I was so frustrated before, I didn't even look at him. She's cute. Very fluffy. Look at all that fur. Okay. Back. We'll go ahead and taxi her. Accept. With us officially reaching the halfway point of this hunt, I pick a new direction to go and start heading that way. At this point, I have slept in real life because I started recording this on a work day and I could not fit all 6 hours into one day. I apologize. So because of that, I didn't think I was going to get any more spawns out here for beaver. However, I was happily mistaken. It's a gold female? What? I think I was watching Lady Legend. She was talking about the potential of the beavers also getting diamond. Like female, male and female getting diamond. Finally done with the beavers, I decided to move on further north. Now, I need to preface this next shot with the idea that I have been hunting pronghorn this whole map, and this is the first one I actually get.
The pronghorn, with rare fur types piebald, melanistic, leucistic, and albino.
Holy crap! I didn't expect to do that. Holy cow. After picking up this pronghorn, I discovered a stuck bison and took a free shot. Now, while I was picking up the bison, I also made the realization that this snow cover could potentially make it difficult to tell what fur type you are shooting at while in Askiy Ridge. I don't know if other snowy regions are going to start having the same sort of snow cover and covering their fur like this, but if it continues at least here, it may make things challenging. However, with it approaching 1330, I finally make it to the outpost I was looking for and start heading further north, where I notice there is a lake that might be frozen over and it runs into a river, hoping for more beaver and potentially other animals as I make my way up north. I mean, I can't not shoot bison. Okay, male. He's a gold! Light brown. Gorgeous. This lady had a lot of fight left in her. The last bison I was tracking did indeed have a lot of life left. In fact, following her trail led me to even more bison. Okay, what we get? It's a silver, female. Okay, light brown. I eventually found my quarry still alive at a lake. There she is. I mean, with her that dead. It's definitely her. This looks like a ginger, maybe? No, it's a light brown. There we go. I'm sorry. It's like a sickness. I have to shoot the wood bison. As I make my way into a clearing, I find this ringneck pheasant. Now, that is not the important bit. I realize my dog is whining. And while I completely miss, I also miss something else my dog is trying to alert me to. Whoa. Those are wolves. Reload. Would have been a gray, or he would have been a gold. Sorry, would have been a gold, except he's a gold, and that's just the hard. That's what she said. That was a great shot, very cinder. He was close. Okay. With the wolves finally dealt with, I move forward, heading north, and find a pheasant. Hey!
The ringneck pheasant, with rare fur types melanistic, leucistic, and albino.
Look, man, I did it. That's all I care about. I managed to get a ringneck pheasant. We did it. I wish I got a male, but I will take one out of one over nothing. It has actually been a very long time since that pheasant, so I decided, what the heck, let's take a shot at this moose. While traveling north, I'm starting to realize this is a highly wooded area, and I'm not really spotting a whole lot, even though I do find that Manitoban elk and this doe. There are a few other female doe whitetail as well, but I try not to shoot those if I can help it. After that whitetail, I found a group of Manitoban elk. I tried to sneak up on them, but they clearly heard me, and I took the first shot I could get. Now, I did eventually get one of these, but it was not the one I was looking for. Alright, let's see what he was. I'm hoping. I mean, look at him, though. Gorgeous. He's a gold! Perfect. After hitting a lull, I seemed to all of a sudden find a bunch of different animals, and I was able to make decent shots on all of them. Slate gray, and he's a gold! Another outpost. As we get close to 1700 hours, I get to the outpost I was heading for, and I take a quick look from the lookout tower to see some Manitoban elk looking and basking in the sun before I decide it is time to truly head towards the river. While tracking that Manitoban elk, I finally make it back to water. Nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. While the wolves are making their presence known, I don't really see them at this time. I do end up seeing them a little bit later, but what I find next, I enjoy a whole lot more. Oh, look at this. The beavers have been here. This is awesome, though. Finally finding the beaver dam. Look at this. Oh my gosh. There's a lodge. Now, I don't actually get any beavers at this time. I do see one. I try to get into position to shoot it, but instead I find some waterfowl, which work just as well. Come on, guys. You want to land, I promise.
The mallard, with rare fur types, melanistic, leucistic, and blonde.
Let's see what he got. So black-brown is their common. I kind of feel like throwing down a tent real quick and make the decision to head back to Fiddler's Bow to watch the sunset. The only thing that beats this, real life. With my soul sufficiently filled. For the moment, I head back to the river to do a little more hunting. You guys want to land? So it's about to be 7 o'clock. And we... Oh, ho, ho, ho. Is this a wood duck? I wasn't even paying attention. No, okay. It's a brown hybrid mallard, which is uncommon, not rare. Okay, this is a black brown. Yeah, common. This is the most common. Why are you fleeing? Dark brown, female. While in the area, I managed to find some more North American beavers, and they're doing the one thing I hadn't seen yet, gathering. It's silver, male. As I continue traveling north, I discover a woodland caribou for the first time, and that, of course, means...
Woodland caribou with rare fur types, melanistic, leucistic, piebald, and albino.
With a vital organ hit, and that thing ran away. For a vital organ hit, it ran a long ways. I mean, she's gonna die, but does she have to run so far? Okay. Dark brown. As I get to 8 o'clock at night, I keep heading north, and I eventually get to a lake. But I'm not really impressed by any of the moose that I find there. So I make the decision not to shoot any of them and keep on my way. I do eventually find another woodland caribou. But I'm beginning to wonder, where are all the males? Yeah, vital organ. But she still runs 12 miles before she dies. Oh, it's an albino. Just joke. Dark brown. Accept. As I find myself at the next outpost, I realize it's been almost an hour since I shot anything. And I'm beginning to wonder if the nighttime here in Askiy Ridge is a little quiet. Perhaps it's just the route that I've taken, but I don't see a whole lot other than one angry bear that's behind me that I choose to let go. I mean, this poor, very crappy bear. You know what? I'm not going to shoot it. Get out of there! As I make my way down the mountain, I discover my first male woodland caribou, but something scares both of us. Shit. Now, granted, I know I just left here, but that's an emergency respawn tent, which is going to be fun to come out and pick up eventually. As we get to 2130, I'm starting to realize I've picked a bad direction, and I have not seen anything worth shooting, or really anything at all. Even the wolves that threatened me earlier never really showed themselves. With only 2 hours left in our hunt and very little to show for the last hour or so, I decided to do something drastic. I headed south, trying to get back to the river to see if maybe I could find something there. Let's get down to this body of water here and see what we can see. Well, Much like the Yukon Valley, I'm being harassed by these gray wolves, but not a whole lot comes from it. A woodland caribou. I finally made my way to the next lake, and of course I see a male woodland caribou. However, he is not the only thing out there. I think that was a decent shot on him, but honestly, it's hard to know. They take off. Now, none of my shots actually hit this gray wolf, but as I'm tracking this woodland caribou, every time I notice one, I take a shot at him just in case. It's a gold! Light brown. Gorgeous. This is why I don't have any money. 5,000 bucks. Except, with only an hour left in my hunt, I decided to head towards the next outpost just to unlock another fast travel point for any future hunts. I ended up spotting another woodland caribou, and I initially didn't think that I made a killing shot, especially after I busted out the 300 mag and he kept going. Oh, he did eventually die. That woodland caribou. He's probably somewhere around here, I would surmise. We'll run that way and see if we can find him. I doubt it, though. Wow, he actually fell pretty quickly, all things considered. It's dark brown. I mean, we really don't have enough time to get anywhere, so we'll see what we can do. I mean, we're coming up on the end of our hunt. 6 hours worth of hunting in this map. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great map. There's so many good animals on here. I just wish I had found them all. As I move towards the next outpost, I get nothing but wolf warnings and growls. However, they sort of corral me towards something that sneaks up on me, and I actually miss a great target right in front of me. It's a mule deer. Damn it. That other one was gorgeous. Oh, that would have been great. All right, so it's the end of our hunt time, but as is usual, if I have something out and about, I go and pick it up first. So I did manage to get a mule deer, but it's not the one I wanted. There was one with a gorgeous rack behind them, and it spooked almost instantly. It saw me way before I saw it. I thought they were wolves, and I didn't mind running towards them and scaring them. Now, normally I try not to hunt anything after my time is up. However, I haven't seen a whole lot of mule deers this entire hunt, and I couldn't help but take a shot. Decent looking muley. This was a small one. It's a blonde. Let's see.
The mule deer, rare bird types, albino, melanistic, leucistic, dilute, and piebald.
Silver. Except, now I know I got the other one. Here we go. Is it brown? Oh, he was not as good as I thought. There was another one, I'm fairly certain, that had a better rack than this one. But let's taxi this one. All right. Let's do one more thing and we'll call it a video. It has been a long, grueling episode for me. All right, guys. We get to see the Aurora Borealis towards the end of the evening. Actually, the middle of the evening, technically, but it doesn't matter. That is 24 hours hunting in Askiy Ridge. It has been an amazing hunt. There are a lot of good animals. Of course, I love the Wood Bison the most, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other animals that I really enjoyed hunting. The Manitoban elk were awesome. The wood duck, I wanted to find more. Found mallards instead. And I think I could even get behind hunting beaver. But all in all, man, look at that. Gorgeous. All in all, I think this map has mostly a view to offer. Gorgeous place to hunt, and it was great getting in here. So yeah, I enjoyed myself. That was 24 hours in Askiy Ridge. Hopefully you guys saw some things that you liked, found some of my meandering useful, and if you did, please do me a favor, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But for now, I'm done with this episode. I'm going to sit here and watch the Aurora Borealis sort of fade out into non-existence. But I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.